Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
This is my VMware infrastructure.
Okay.
I have a lot of machines created.
Okay.
Maximum virtual machine is turn off.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
So I already download JAVX OBF and also JAVX ISO. So which one? Because I tried with from the website, from their website. I tried with OBF, but it's failed. Whenever I tried with this, it says the format. I think the platform is not supported or something. Maybe this OBF format is for BSPR 6.0 or something, or my environment is 6.7. So that's
Okay.
why
Okay.
maybe that's why it's not working. And then I tried with this one, ISO. ISO is working fine. So you
Okay.
think I can do with the ISO?
Yeah, yeah, it will work.
Okay. So if it work, then let me go my create sorry, in the management, yeah, new virtual machine.
E- Even the if the iOS is also not working now, I will show you how to install it step by step.
Okay. So in here we should select Linux
Linux.
or other machine. Which one?
Yeah, Linux.
It's not pre BSD.
Uh, no, it will be Linux machine. You can use CentOS for it, or yes, CentOS.
CentOS.
CentOS is not there with you.
But I know that there's a several way you can install. If you have a vanilla CentOS,
Mm-hmm.
if you have a vanilla CentOS, on top of that, then you can download the package, JavaX package, and you can upload through what is called the Win something, and then you need to log in. You need to party on CentOS machine, and then you can apply the package. That's how.
Yes, yes. So, okay, you can choose CentOS 7 for it. And if you want to learn the command line as well, how to install it from the back end without any ISO and all, I will also show you that.
Okay. So the first time, like first thing I want to do with the ISO. So for the ISO, I'm choosing like if I put more processor, it will be good, right?
Yeah, yeah, it will be good.
I have a lot of processors, and for memory I can put like 4.
Yeah, for memory, you can put 4.
And how about the hard disk?
Make it 50 GB.
50. And in provision memory that we need to enable.
Uh, so for network, there will be internet access on this machine, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
and CD-ROM. So, oh, I have to upload this file to the ISO. Let me do that. So it's very small file, right? This is 89.8 megabyte.
Yeah, this is the ISO for that.
And like on top of the CentOS machine, like if I build a CentOS virtual machine, and if I download the package, JavaX package, and if I install it through the command line, is too many commands or it's just a simple?
It is a simple command. So if you have a CentOS ISO, you can choose that as well. Do you have it readily available with you?
No, right now I don't have. So for tomorrow I will make it ready and I will download. So just show me here which package I should download for CentOS.
For CentOS ISO, it will be available, on the internet only.
So JavaX packages, then 5.0 LTS, CentOS 7, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I,
But
I I have to have CentOS OS and I have to download
CentOS,
this one. Yeah.
no, actually from this particular website, the website doesn't provide you with the CentOS ISO. It only gives you the,
Yeah, that I understand.
command.
That I
Hmm.
understand. CentOS I will download from CentOS site, no problem.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm asking about the package.
Yes, first you will choose this particular 5.0, then you will choose CentOS, and we prefer version 7 to install Zabbix. Okay. And the database will be MySQL only, and web server will be Apache.
Not Postgres.
No, no, MySQL is much better and easier to use as well. Then it will show me the commands which are there. So let me explain it to you. So previously, have you worked on Linux?
I did couple of times. So say for example, I did today, and maybe next 3, 4, 5 months I didn't touch. So I forgot everything, and then
Okay, okay. So basically, first of all, from the Zabbix repositories, we'll be installing this particular repo which is there. So whatever version you want to install, you need to mention it in this particular URL which is there. So the current version which is running is 5 only. So from this repository, you can install any of the versions which is there. Okay. So these are the previous versions which were there. And currently we work on uh, 5.0 because it is the latest one.
how about the 5.2? I saw that on the list there is a 5.2.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 5.2 is also there, but the stable release is not there.
Okay, but in here it says Ubuntu, not.
Yeah, yeah, there are multiple variants on which you can install, but the easiest way and the simplest way to install it is on CentOS machine, and CentOS is freely available.
So RHEL and then
Yeah. Then RHL you will select. Then it depends. This is the OS on which you want to install. So we prefer CentOS 7.
mhm.
Then it is telling me the architecture, so it will be x86. And then all the packages which are there, it shows me the list of it. Okay. So these are the Zabbix agent packages that you can download and install.
Mhm.
Then Zabbix get is there. This is a command line tool. Then for Zabbix gateway, Java gateway, if you want to add Java monitoring, then you need to install this particular package.
Mhm.
Then I told you about the proxy architecture, which is there. So
Mhm.
for Zabbix proxy, you need to install the Zabbix proxy MySQL. So this
Mhm.
package for proxy as well, there will be a MySQL database locally. So this was the probe server that I told you. So whenever you are installing a proxy, this package will be downloaded. Then for if I'm using SQLite database, then I will be installing Zabbix proxy SQLite.
That means based on the feature I need, I have to download separate package.
Yes, yes,
But if I install ISO, everything I will get together.
yeah, yeah. Then the main package which needs to be there is Zabbix release. So this particular release package contains all the packages that I have mentioned above, and whatever the packages which are below it. So if I am downloading this particular package, then I can install the above uh, you know packages and setups as well, and the below setups and packages as well. So this is
Okay.
the main package which is there, which is
Okay.
Zabbix release.
So this is the link actually.
Yeah, so directly you can, if you want to do manual work as well,
Oh,
you
okay.
just need.
So for installing the package on CentOS box, I don't need to download anything. I just need to party on CentOS, log in
Yeah,
there.
and run these commands which are there.
Okay. Yeah, I can recall a little bit because I worked 2016. I worked on web tier,
Okay,
and also I work for what is called some log system.
okay, okay.
So their system is same thing like that.
Okay. So most of the NOC operations use this particular Zabbix tool.
Mhm.
So first of all, through this package, this is an RPM package. So for installing, you will use the RPM command,
Mhm.
then the attributes which are there, and then you will run this command, and this package will be downloaded. Then yum clean all means you are clearing the cache for the first
Okay.
time.
Mhm.
So after that, you need to follow the step 2, which is there. Install Zabbix server and agent. So in CentOS, yum command is used. So for installing any packages, yum, you will write yum install. Okay. Then the name
Mhm.
of the particular
Service.
uh, service you want to install. So here it is saying Zabbix server MySQL.
Mhm.
Then it is saying Zabbix agent. So two installations I'm doing at the same time.
Okay.
So as I told you in the repository as well, see
Mhm.
here you are downloading the release package, Zabbix release,
Mhm.
and then I am uh, installing the Zabbix MySQL server service, Zabbix agent service.
So
But if you want to install it one by one,
then I need to go to this link.
yeah, so instead of the release, you need to download Zabbix server MySQL separately. Okay.
Mhm. Then I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, and Zabbix agent package separately.
Mhm. But
So
if I download JavaX release, then I don't need to separately download.
yeah, yeah. But sometimes the situation that is faced is whenever I'm installing an agent or something onto that machine, the internet is not there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if internet is not there, if you will release this particular release package, and after whenever you will install the Zabbix server, it will check the all the mirrors which are there to install these particular services.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you will get an error for package dependency.
Right.
Okay, so in Linux, one package is dependent on many libraries and other things.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, you need to install it one by one whenever
Okay.
you are facing that issue.
Okay.
Okay, so then we'll be installing this. Then we will be installing the front end. So by this command, it will be installing the Zabbix front end. That is the uh, GUI and other things which are there.
Mm-hmm.
Then in this particular file, this is a repository file. I need to enable the Zabbix front end repository.
Okay. Got it.
So you need to search for this particular syntax in that particular file. And then whenever it is written enabled equals to 0, you need to change it to 1.
Okay.
Okay. Then you need to install Zabbix front-end packages.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the two packages which are required, which is Zabbix Web MySQL SCL and Zabbix Apache Conf SCL. So basically what we are doing is whenever I'm installing the server or the agent, these particular packages are intercommunication between the front end and the back end.
Okay.
Okay, because the web will not work if the backend is not there. So through these particular package, it interconnects all the application.
Mm-hmm.
Then you need to create the database for it. Okay. So you need to make sure that MySQL is installed onto your system.
Okay.
So if you want to install the MySQL as well, you can, go over the internet as well. You will get the installation uh, commands and all.
So command is there, right? On the JavaX side.
On Zabbix, the MySQL database commands are there that what you need to create the table and the create the user. But for previously, you need to install MySQL separately. Okay. So there are 2, 3 commands only that you can use for downloading it. So first of all, we'll be using this particular command to download the database, which is there,
Mm-hmm.
the database package,
Mm-hmm.
like we did for Zabbix.
Mm-hmm.
So should I make a notepad for you as well whenever you are?
Sure, sure.
Okay. So this is the installation of MySQL.
Mm-hmm.
So just follow these 4 steps and the database will be installed on the machine which is there.
Okay, got it. You will save on that stuff. MySQL for JavaX.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the database is installed. So MySQL is installed. So after that, you need to log in into MySQL. Okay.
Mhm.
So this command is MySQL is the application, then -u is the user. So root user we are using, then -p we have used, and we will click and press enter, and then it will give a password prompt, and then we need to write the password of the MySQL, and then we need to run the SQL queries which are there for Zabbix. So first of all, what we are doing is we are creating a database with the name Zabbix. Okay, and these are the uh, methods which will be there. Then we are creating a user. Okay, so this is the username on which the application and database will communicate. Okay, which is identified by the password which will be there.
Mhm.
So you can enter any password you want for this particular user.
Got it.
Then you need to grant all privileges to this particular user, or to
Mhm.
the Zabbix database for this particular user.
It's a lot of commands.
But in less than 5 minutes now, you will be able to install everything. Okay, then after MySQL, in MySQL, we have created the database user and everything. So you can quit it. Then uh, there is a SQL file, okay, which is in zipped format. Therefore,
Mhm.
the extension is GZ. Okay, so what we are doing is we are extracting this particular file and storing it into the MySQL,
Mhm.
because there are approx 150 to 200 tables which are there. So this particular uh, file contains all of it. So when we are running this command, it is
Then it will
creating all
extract
the
the file.
tables. Sorry.
So then it will extract the file.
Yeah, it will extract the file and it will create all the tables which are required for Zabbix
Mhm.
in the database. Then in the backend, there is a configuration file for Zabbix. Okay, we will edit it, and if I am changing the DB password, then I need to mention the password here, which I have written while I
Mhm.
was creating the user here,
Mhm. I got it.
so that the application and database authentication is correct. Then for GUI, here in PHP values, you need to mention the location of yours,
Okay.
okay,
Time zone.
time zone. Then you just need to start the Zabbix server. And this command, the below command is enable command. One of the first
Restart.
command is restart, another is enable. So
Okay.
restart is you are restarting the service, but enable is whenever, if the VM is also down, you are shutting down the VM. Okay, and then you are you are rebooting that particular VM which is there. So, so by default, these all services will be in stopped state.
Okay.
Okay,
Mhm.
so when you stop the VM and start the VM, these services will not automatically start.
Mhm.
So for that we use enable.
Okay.
So whenever you are booting the device, these services also run on boot.
Okay.
So after that, the Zabbix will be installed correctly, and you can access the particular uh, tool by going to the URL like this. Here
Okay,
you need to mention the IP of the server and then /Zabbix.
I got it. So now we can move to the virtual machine.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So my file is ready. JAVX appliance. So this is JAVX, JAVX 5.2.3.
You can download the 5.0 version. One
Okay.
second, it is only, I guess, 90 MB file, then it will not take much time.
Yeah, because the one I download interface is different. The one you showed me yesterday, the menu is on the top, but the one I download, I install in my office, and it's
But 5.0 and 5.2 GUI is same. There is not much difference.
okay. So now I need to go to again
You,
here.
yeah, you need to upload it again.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
in the Zabbix appliance as well, they have mentioned uh, that for VMware you can download the VMX file which is there.
Actually, this BMX, I tried with that, but I don't know why OBF is not working. OBF supposed to be work because JAVX supposed to
Hmm.
release with compatible with the VMware environment,
Yeah.
but it doesn't. I don't know why it's not showing here. I uploaded.
You can refresh it and check.
Oh, I directly upload here. That's why. This is
Okay.
my bad. So it's in directly under here. And I believe the stop the part is okay. Click next. Finish. So the JAVX is created.
Okay.
Um, so on 5.2, I didn't see the one I installed in my office. I didn't see the slideshow option. And also the menu bar is in the left side.
Okay.
It's a little bit different.
To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the 3D99 plan and grow your skills immensely.
So the ISO, through the ISO, it's very pretty like easy. Why people still use the command line?
Uh, so basically through command line, if you're getting some issues as well on the server, if you are, you know, entirely familiar with the, tool from the backend, you'll be able to troubleshoot it easily. So if you have knowledge of the backend and the packages, how it's installing and everything, then you can, troubleshoot the issue when you're facing.
Yeah, yeah.
So mostly we install it from the backend, and from the packages only, because the user also will be able to understand, how it's working, how the entire tool is working.
Yeah. But it shouldn't be take that long, right?
Yeah, approx 95% is already done.
So it shows a lot of meat. This is the meat I talked about yesterday.
Sorry?
Meat file is downloaded.
Yeah, the packages which are there now.
So in your office, you work from home or you have to go office?
So previously till December it was work from home only. But now after New Year's it's like we are going 3 days to office.
Um,
What about you? You are also working from home or how?
Yeah, beginning of the COVID, still we are from home.
Okay, okay.
Like from March 2022 till now.
Mm-hmm. So currently how is the situation there in US?
The situation is very bad.
Okay,
Every day,
okay.
every day more than 3,000 people died and more than 2 lakhs people affected. Taking too much time.
Yeah, approx you can see 384 packets uh, are there which were installed, then now it's configuring it.
So everything is downloading through online, yeah, internet, right?
Yes, yes.
So the machine first time when it's booted up, right after that you configure its network by DHCP and then you get the connections, right?
Yes, yes. Also, if you can download the CentOS repo as well, okay? The
CentOS?
CentOS ISO.
Oh,
Okay, so uh, I would like to show you how we'll be installing the entire Zabbix through command line as well.
okay, that's cool. Yeah.
So you can go to the CentOS website only. So you can use any of the mirrors which are there to download the ISO.
Which one is the latest? I did iOS, right? DVD,
Yeah.
minimal.
So you can
Maybe.
download the minimal one,
So
which is
what's
there
the
at approx 1 GB. You
okay?
can download.
Yeah, I think it's already start download.
Yeah, yeah.
I send you a picture on WhatsApp. So this one I set it up at my office, and this is 5.2.
Okay, okay. Yeah, 5.0 is also the same.
But in here, the menu bar is left side, and also for the under the dashboard, I didn't even see the slideshow option.
Okay, okay. So here for you, if you want to do the slideshow and all, you need to go into screens.
Screen.
If you see under the monitoring tab,
Yeah. So under monitoring screen, yeah. On the screen, I added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I manually added
mhm.
because this one looks nice, but actually I spent a lot of time because I added individually, but I want to add automated, like how I can do like presentation will be like this,
Mhm.
and I want to do slide share. But that's how like every time like, the machine gonna be moved. Like right now it's fixed. Only I added.
Okay.
So when I install an Office, it doesn't take that long. This time I use
So
previous. So now you said now it's installing CentOS.
no, no, it is installing the post after installation scripts which are there. The packages that are there for Zabbix, they are already installed. A few other packages which are required. It is just doing that. Even by the time this is done, the ISO is also downloaded. So if you can upload it also,
Okay, yeah,
create if you can create a
yeah,
machine
that's
for
the
it.
time. I have my own data center at my home.
Okay, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So you have your own data center at your home, so you have bought it by yourself, the entire vCenter and VMware
Yeah,
appliances.
yeah.
Okay, okay, that's cool.
I have like 2 rack server,
Okay, okay.
and also I have all like network equipment. I have VLAN, I have VPN, all the setup in my lab.
Nice, nice. Most of the people don't actually, you know, set up the entire thing at their home. They basically use the cloud services that are there.
Yeah, because I like to play with my environment, because in my office environment I cannot do anything without permission. So before I do like something I plan to implement in my environment, my office environment, I try to implement in my environment, and then I will do over there.
Okay, okay. Because for lab purpose, for a single machine, if you want to install Zabbix, uh, mostly in the trainings as well, we do, we launch an instance on, AWS and something.
Yeah, actually I don't have any that. Oh, I think it's done.
Okay. You can close the console and open it again.
Yeah, I'm going to open something done. Okay, let me close this here. You see, in my environment I have 383, that means 384 gig of RAM.
Okay, okay.
So Javix is power off. Voice off is supposed to be automatically run, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's appliance login, that means it's ready, right?
Yes, I guess.
So I think the appliance login is Javix, right?
For system now, it is root and the password is Zabbix.
Release node, and then the documentation is here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The system user is root and the password is Zabbix.
Root and Javix, okay. Front end is admin and Javix.
Yes.
So now I need to see first the network part. So how I can see the network, like which IP is getting right now, and also if I want to put the static IP, and what should be the command for setting the static IP.
Yes, yes. So by default, you must have got the IP through DHCP.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can use the IP address by, they have written the commands that IP address show. You will get the, you know,
So which command I should run? IP?
Sorry, 1 second.
IP space ADDR.
Space show.
It's also showing Ethernet 0. It's showing 192.168.
160 to 160.
160.
Yes.
Okay.
Then you can open. You need to go to the repository file. Okay.
Just before we go there, just give me a second. Let me. I can move this one. Um, so let me choose the IP address for this. It's 60. So I can assign 16. So now my target is to assign static IP. So for assigning static IP, where I have to go?
1 second. So here you just need to follow the notes which have been provided by Zabbix.
Where? Can you show me on my screen? So it says login as root user. Okay. Static IP address. Okay. This one, right?
1 second. You can change the time zone.
So actually, which time zone is right now showing? I should check for us which time zone is there right now, and then after that.
It actually depends on your location.
So yeah,
Because
what is the current time zone? How I can check the time zone status or something like in the command?
so in this particular configuration file, okay, you need to mention your particular time zone which is there.
Yeah, that I understand. But I'm saying like right now my machine has this time zone, right? First I need to see which time zone is already to.
You can use a date command. Or you can use a time date CTL. Wait 1 second. I will write it on your machine.
Time date. So ETC, BTC. Eastern time zone, right?
Yes, yes.
So it's time, date, CTL.
Yeah.
Just give me a second. Let me just take a note here. This is IP ADDR to know the IP address, and then time, date, CTL, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Now the IP address is this, I guess, 192.168.168.
Yeah, 160, but I don't want to keep 160. It gets automatically by DHCP.
Okay. Yeah, in the configuration file which is mentioned right here,
Yeah,
mention the steps how to change it. Okay, you
yeah.
need to open this file. Okay.
How I can open?
Then,
That's what I'm asking. I,
Mhm.
tr- I tried before, but it doesn't work.
Then you need to restart the network also.
Oh, okay. After set, I have to reset the network.
Yeah, for that particular VM only. So here the application is installed. Okay.
Yeah, that I understand.
The username by default is admin and the password is Zebex.
Yeah, that I understand.
Okay. So the tool has been installed. This particular agent is also there. Okay, and this particular agent is under monitoring as well.
Availability Javix.
Yes. So here, if you see, the data is also coming for this particular server which is there.
Yeah. Yeah, that I understand. Now on on the like base server, which is Javix, from
Hmm.
there I need to change the IP, which is static IP, and then I need to add this one with my Active Directory through the command line,
Okay.
like to create a DNS.
Okay. So
So
you want to do it right now?
yeah. So login as a root user, which we already done, right? For this one we already done. Now we need to go. So we need to run etc sys this one, right?
Yeah, till ETA 0, we need to copy it once.
Yeah, the copy I think not gonna work. Copy not gonna work. So I can make a small window.
One second. Uh, Let me do it.
Just give me a second. I can make it happen hot.
Just by right clicking it, it will paste it.
No, because the VMware web from the VMware web console web client, you cannot test. This is the VMware limitation.
Then I guess through Putty we'll be able to copy paste that.
Which one?
Putty.
Fatigue. Okay. Yeah. So we can log in through. Sorry, like let me
Okay.
do it. I have something else. Let me see. Let me. I have another tools.
To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the 3D99 plan, and grow your skills immensely.
Hmm, I have another. Oh, this one. More extreme. Oh, it's too slow. Okay, so now I need to copy and paste. So this command, right?
Yes.
And hit
Wait.
enter.
No.
Oh,
To edit, you need to you 1 second. Can I have the access? There is a VI editor. So through this we edit these files.
okay.
Okay. So whatever they have written, like bootstrap, it should be none. Okay. And they have mentioned IP address.
So I don't need IPv6. Should I do no 192.168?
It doesn't matter regarding that. You just need to enter your information which is there. 192.168. What IP you want to give?
60.
.60. Then prefix also you
Subnet.
want to give.
Okay, so the second is gateway. So I think how about the prefix?
Yes, you can enter the respective information as per you.
Okay, so now let me do that. Gateway is 192.168.1.1. Then the DNS one is 192.168.1.2. And then prefix is 192.168.1.0/24, right?
Yes.
And what else we need from, okay, I think that's all right. So can I copy this?
Now you need to save it. Okay.
But before I say, what happened?
You copied it again. 1 second, let me. Yeah,
So
just device. Yes, now to save it, what we do is
can
we
I do IPv6? No, because I don't want IPv6.
okay, just put no there.
So all IPv6 should be no. Oh my god, I messed up.
Uh, just write no in above as well.
Which one?
Peer DNS you have entered.
Okay.
So we will save this particular file. Okay.
what you did
And
for the save. And I need to let me just copy this into a notepad, and then
when you are saving it, okay,
how I
you
can
need
see
to
this how I see this configuration again.
by you have copied this, right?
Hmm.
You need to just copy it again and then enter.
Okay, and how I can copy this one?
Yeah, now go to the notepad, Control V,
And then for
and then you need to escape.
save what do you run
Yeah,
for save?
escape. Yeah,
Sorry,
I'm typing.
for save. Okay, escape and
Escape, then colon WQ this and enter.
okay, that's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now I need to skip, right?
Yeah. And then you can run this particular command, which will restart your network. Okay, now this particular session is gone, and you will not be access this particular device by this IP, so you need to cancel the session.
Okay.
Saf, is it okay if we can continue this session tomorrow?
Yeah, no problem.
So tomorrow we can have a 3 to 4 hour session if you are available,
Yeah.
so that we can cover most of the topics tomorrow only.
Okay, so tomorrow we're gonna do one task is left here, which is I want to add this one with my Active Directory. I want to create a DNS.
Okay, okay.
So creating the DNS will be the first task, and after that maybe we can jump on GUI, right?
Yeah. So from tomorrow we will start the configuration of the tool, in which
Okay.
we will install agents, we will add the network devices, we will add VMware devices of your infra. So
Okay.
tomorrow, if you can create a user on vCenter as well, and then we can, directly use those credentials and enter the VMware monitoring for it.
Okay. So I can create a service account, you think? 60 is not, it says, let me check on, I don't know what happened.
If required, can you restart the VM as well?
Okay, so JABX it shows now, it shows no IP. So you are recommending to restart?
Yeah, stop the VM and then start again. Shut down the OS and then start it again.
Okay, before I do that, let me do one thing. Do you know how to install VMware tools on?
Not exactly.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. No problem. I'll find out this. Because without VMware tools, sometimes it's work like this way. Other VMware tools and synchronous time server. So it's gonna automatically after the reboot, it's gonna automatically install. Power off. Yes. And then on. So tomorrow we can have a big session. Hopefully,
Yes. So tomorrow we can have a 3 to 4 hour session in which I will try to cover 50% of the topic, which is there.
okay. That's good.
Okay. Can we connect again tomorrow because I have something urgent coming up with me.
Okay. That's cool. No problem.
Yes, you've got the IP address as well, and it will work now.
I don't know. The IP address is not showing. So I'll try.
Yeah.
If it is
Open
not,
the
then we
console. Yeah, log in it. Write IP address show.
IP ADD address.
No, just ADDR. Yes, show.
No, it didn't take. It's showing the IPv6. I don't know why is IPv6 is there.
Can you change it to DHCP only as of now?
Because now DHCP we deleted. We deleted the DHCP and now I don't have any options.
No, we will just change the configuration file again and restart the network. So again, it will get the DHCP IP.
Which one?
The configuration file, na? We will change the configuration file again and then restart the network. Then it will again get the DHCP IP.
This one?
No.
This one,
The
right?
network. Yes.
This one, right? You're talking about this one?
Just remove the 4 lines that we added, okay? And instead of replace bootstrap none, use DHCP like that, which is written, and run the systemctl restart network command.
So replace boot.
Wait,
DHCP.
let me do it. Let me do it for you 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, now copy is not going to work. And I'm not able to go there.
Okay, etc sysconfig.
Yeah, so yeah, let me do it side by side. Then it will be easy for you. Just let me do like this way.
Yeah.
Sysconfig network script IP CFG Ethernet 0. Yeah,
now we have got the IP 161.
Yeah.
Sav, we can use this IP for, as of now, for this training as well. Then further on, we can change the IP as per your requirement. Okay.
Okay. So just keep in mind, I need to change static IP plus I need to create a DNS.
Yeah. That we can do later on as well. So
Okay.
let's continue with this IP only for training purpose, so that we are able to work on Zabbix more and not on these things.
Okay.
Please enroll our general membership for $399 plan to get access of all the parts.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the 3D99 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.